We're asking support from our Shaykh, Sahibul Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim Kabrisi Rabbani, to send us something. Not for us just to sit and to speak, not for us just to sit and to hear, but to send us something that is going to bring benefit to us, here and hereafter. This is necessary. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طريقتنا الصحبة في الخير من جميع. This tariqat, it is based on association. This tariqat, it is based on association. This is association. One person, he speaks, and others, they listen. They take and they put it in their lives, and they watch themselves make progress. This tariqat is not based on other things. It's not based on how much you pray. It's not based on how much you make a zikr, how much charity you make. It is not. It is based on association. Why is that important? Because the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, Deen in nasihat. Religion, it is advice. If there is no advice, there is no religion. And the awliya Allah, of course, they're giving advice, but due to their good manners, they say, we don't give advice. Only prophets, they give advice. We just have association. But they are the inheritors of the prophets, our sheikhs. And what they give, we sit, we listen with an open heart. We come with our glass empty, not to come with it full. Then we take and we put it in our lives and we watch and we see. The sohbat too, it is not just something that you are going to pay attention 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour. What is the use of that sohbat if you're not putting it in your life to use it when you need it? Like Shaykh Effendi is saying, we're giving you the weapons and the ammunition against the shaitan, against our own ego, against the dunya and the desires. Now, what makes the murid now not able to take that sohbat and to use it when you need it? For example, you train to fight, but when it comes for you to fight against your enemy, you forget everything, or you put your weapons down. How are you ever going to now to be able to defeat that one? Which enemy are we defeating? First, we're stepping on our ego. Just to sit and to listen, it is against to people's ego. Don't look at that as something that is really small. Majority of Muslims, they're not trained just to sit down and to listen. They have to be busy with something. Listen how to listen. So many ways of listening. You can listen like a hypocrite. You can listen like a foolish one. You can listen like a believer. You can listen like a Sahabi. Our role models are the companions of the prophets. That when they sit and they listen, when their bodies don't move, that means their hearts, they are completely open and just absorbing what is there. And they're paying attention. So listening, it is not like they say in this Western culture, it's very passive. No. Listening, it is a very active situation. You have to take and you have to put, as you listen, you have to pit against what you believe and how that is going to make you to understand what you believe deeper, or it's going to make you to throw away what you believe that is not fitting to what Allah and His Prophet has put. So this is sohbat. And the sohbat, especially in the month of Ramazan, forget about sohbat. Muslims, I'm watching, it's been happening a lot lately, but lately means for decades. But for the past few years, it's like everyone's gone crazy. Whole world has gone crazy. Ever since Sahibul Saif and Sultan al-Awliya passed, the whole world has become crazier and crazier. Not every year, every few weeks. First people to go crazier than Muslims. MashaAllah, very good Ramazan. We're fasting. We're supposed to look at our ego. We're supposed to contain it. We're supposed to step on it. But In so many Muslim countries, they eat more in the month of Ramazan than they do outside of the month. They spend more in the month of Ramazan than they spend outside of the month of Ramazan. They watch more television in the month of Ramazan than they do outside. They think more about food. They think more about clothes. Now that Eid is coming, we're entering now into the last 10 days, where Laylatul Qadr, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying there is a night that is hidden in the month of Ramazan. That is the night that is better than 1,000 months. That is the night that the Quran was revealed. Now, they're making new style just to make a fitna. They're saying we're celebrating Quran being revealed, and they're putting it different dates. But this religion is not based on opinion. This religion, it is based on haqq and is based on ijma, consensus. Consensus, if we're talking about just at the level of fiqh, just a consensus of the scholars. It doesn't matter if there's one scholar, two scholars, or even 100 scholars saying something else, but if the majority is not agreeing to it, you cannot take it. You have no choice. Did we have a choice when Allah created us to say, you are going to come as a man or a woman? Did we have a choice? No. Did we have a choice of our skin color? No. But people are playing with the religion, and they're playing with the month of Ramazan. And the system of capitalism, that is feeding on our ego is saying this month of Ramazan, let your desire to run wild. Let your wants to run wild. Let your appetite to run wild. Spend as much money as you want, not to give to charity, although this is the month of charity, but make more debt in this month just to show off new clothes, new furniture, new house, new food. And now I'm looking here and there. They are especially making a new Qibla in this month for the Muslims. A new Qibla, a new direction. What is that? Television. Non-stop showing Ramazan special programs, but 99.9% of it is completely dunya and garbage. They put in a little bit of religion here and there, little bit they're inviting the scholar to come to speak, to give a coat, a shine, just a veneer of religion, but it's all about dunya. And people are breaking their fast, watching television, this new Qibla. Watching it whole night long, never finishing. It's not to say television is going to say, no, you have to stop. Because now you have to pray Taraweeh. You have to pray Tahajjud. When we were growing up, it was already bad enough. Now it's even worse. At least when we were growing up. I'm not talking about hundreds of years ago. When we were growing up, they used to have the Quran reading competition because it's the month of the Quran. International Musabaka, Tilawatul Quran. They used to have it. Every year, they used to have it in Malaysia, international. So the whole time from, say, a little bit after Isha, right until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you have people, qaris, readers from all over the world reciting Quran. All 30 days. That our parents used to say to us, no need to watch TV, we're going to turn to just that channel, listening to the Quran. And the kids are going to grow up understanding and appreciating this month of the Quran. The month of reading the Quran. Correct. Because the Prophet ﷺ is saying, the one who reads the Quran and the one who listens to that one reads, they get the same reward. You're not going to take that one who reads reward. You're going to have your own reward. That one who reads, he doesn't lessen his blessings. You're going to just listen. You think you understand? It doesn't matter now because the Quran Karim is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think you can ever understand it 100%? Like what these shaitan Wahhabis are saying, only if you understand Arabic you're going to understand it. So many Arabs, they don't understand. It is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So many of us, we don't even understand our own language. Saying something, you don't understand what we say. So now the month of Ramazan, when you are filled with different activities, different feelings like that, the blessings will come. And you will grow up feeling that it is different. It is different not because you get to eat more, not because you get to eat more special food, because whole day Muslim countries, I'm not talking about one or two communities, I'm talking about nations. Whole day busy about what to cook. Whole night just sitting down eating. Now new style tarawih they're making. How many rakats they're praying? 8 rakats. 8 rakats, they're praying 3 hours. You think that time you will have any energy after filling yourself up like that to stand in the masjid with this new style, 8 rakats, spending one juice, 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes, and in the middle of the Tarawih prayers to stop everyone and to collect money from them. To collect money for what? Another big thing, zakat, zakatul fitr. Oh, if you understand the games that they're playing with the zakat money. Because everyone, when it comes to that, they go by the law of the country. They're not going by Allah's law. The zakat, common knowledge. I'm not talking about any advanced knowledge in fiqh. Only 8 categories of people that they are allowed to take that zakat. But you're protected by that law when you collect charity to use for whatever reason your organization feels it should be used. Then that becomes what? You're going against Allah's order then. What blessing is that going to come? So, month of Ramazan, I'm watching again. Islam, it began strange, it will end strange. The sun will rise from the west, the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying in the Akhir Zaman. Awliya Allah saying the sun of Islam is going to rise from the west. We see certain things being practiced more in the west than it is in the east. Of course, there are so many wrong things, but certain things at least. This obsession with food and everything, I don't see it too much here in the west. Not too much. But in the east, where they are feeling for the first time the power of economics, the power of money, the power of finances. You get a little bit more richer than your parents or your grandparents, correct or not? Then you start to go crazy with it because first you are tasting. But this is the month of charity. This is the month that you're supposed to look for those who are less fortunate. People are not spending more for others, they're spending more for themselves. They're neglecting the poor, they're neglecting the orphans, they're neglecting the widows, they're neglecting people who have less. You cannot have both. You cannot be chasing after just your own desires in the month of Ramazan and also give to charity. Because once you have generosity, you cannot use that generosity for yourself. Generosity is for others. So what happens now? We see exactly like what it was in the first Jahiliyyah. The first Jahiliyyah is not because people were suffering so much. It's because the Arab society at that time, they were gaining more power economically. They start to figure out that, oh, we are world players in trade internationally. They start to have a little bit more money. And what happens when you're not giving the 4th pillar of Islam? The whole faith comes down. You think you are worshipping, but one of your pillars is missing. How can the building be up when one of the pillars they are missing? What happens then, like what it was in the first Jahiliyyah? They start to enjoy life more. They start to trade more. And they start to neglect the poor, the orphans, those who have less. They start neglecting them. And their rights are taken away. So a huge business now in Ramazan. Correct? Huge business. Yes, people become generous, but they become only generous to themselves or to their loved ones. But what are we teaching to our children now? There is a month that, don't worry, you fast for 12, 15, 16, 18 hours, but after that you're going to have as much food as you want to eat, as many things as you want. But then where is the balance? It used to be, we enjoy that at least in the day of Eid, special food that you're going to have, that you never eat in any other time, not even in Ramazan. But now everyone can afford to eat the Eid food every single day, not even in Ramazan. So where is the specialness? Where is that? So while there are more Muslims than ever, more people fasting than ever, they've lost it. We've lost the spirit now. Because people are just concentrating and being obsessive, being so busy, buying new clothes, wearing nice things, buying food, buying furniture, buying all these kinds of things, especially in Muslim countries, especially watching that shaitan box television, and then just serving your ego. Then instead of getting better, they get worse. When shaitan comes back after the month of Ramazan, he's going to say, oh, I didn't miss anything. He's going to say, now it's perfect time for me to plant. Which is why we've been saying before, you want to prepare for the month of Ramazan? Prepare for the month of Ramazan, the 3 holy months. In the month of Rajab, in the month of Shaban, Allah is already giving us that opportunity to prepare ourselves for that. Then you're going to have that feeling that is going to continue, inshallah. This is for me. This is for you. It is for anyone who wants to take. If you don't want it, leave it. We'll take it. But we are watching. And instead of things getting better, we see every day things starting to get worse. May Allah forgive me, inshallah.
Ameen.
How are you going to have love when you have so much selfishness? Those who are saying we're only for love. How are you going to have love when there's so much ego involved? How are you going to have love when there is so much stinginess? How are you going to have so much love when there is so much disobedience and there's so much stubbornness and arrogance? It's impossible. You think that the two, they can exist together? Impossible. May we not get carried away, inshallah.
Ameen.
Yes, the time is coming near, and we should be preparing ourselves. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha.